Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, comrades, and connections. This week, this Institute for Economics and Peace update from Australia. I'll be reading it out. The next part of the email newsletter. It says that conflict, temporary easing of tensions between Ethiopia and Tigray. The Ethiopian government extended the mandate of the Tigray interim interim administration by 1 year, averting a potential flashpoint for the immediate resumption of war in resumption of war in Tigray. The extension does not address the impasse with the Pretoria peace agreement, which leaves an elevated risk of clashes between federal government and Tigray forces and could still lead in the to an Ethiopian military offensive to neutralize the Tigrayan People's Liberation Force front by mid 2027. Russia's high soldier casualties as Ukraine ups drone production. Ukraine's armed forces say that the casualty rate for Russian soldiers in Ukraine increased to a new monthly high in March with over 35,000 casualties, making a significant increase compared to previous months. Ukrainian officials say drones accounted for 96% of these losses, while the remainder resulted from artillery and small arms fire. Al Qaeda and IS affiliate infighting in West Africa, conflict between Jamaat Jamia Jamaat Nusra et Islam was a Muslims and universe. And IS Sahel province ISSP has spilled over important into Niger and Nigeria for the first time, as the two groups compete for the legitimacy dominance elsewhere in Nigeria, and as insurgent attack on military targets was carried out jointly by Boko Haram and the Islamic State West Africa province, indicating a continued willingness to collaborate against state security forces despite disputes between jihadist movements. Ethiopia plans new dams on the Nile. The move comes despite Egyptian warnings against doing so and US efforts to mediate between the two countries. New dams would increase tensions between Egypt and Ethiopia, likely intensifying their regional proxy competition and potentially producing a direct Egyptian military response against Ethiopia. Russian submarines tracked in UK waters. Britain so said that it tracked and deferred the three Russian submarines in the high north maritime region, which is home to key shipping routes and undersea cables. The covert month-long operation involving British warships and military aircraft did not find evidence that Russian vessels had damage to the undersea infrastructure. Ecuador raises tariffs to 100% in feud with Colombia. Ecuador said the move was in response to its neighborhood rising, failing to adequately address drug trafficking and border security. China factory prices returned to growth after 3 years, ending deflationary streak. The producer price index grew 0.5% from a year earlier, the first growth since to September 2022, ending the figure's longest deflationary run in decades. Core car consumer price index, which excludes inflated items like food and energy, grew 1.1% in March from a year earlier. Raising fuel prices drive US inflation to highest level in almost 2 years. Rising of prices triggered by the US-Israel war in Iran started to spill over into the world economy as consumer prices climbed 3.3% over the 12% months to March, picking up from 2.4% in February. The rise, which was expected, market the biggest monthly change since 2022, when the world with was dealing with an energy shock brought by Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Iran war of doubles Russia's main oil revenues to $9 billion in April. Russia's mineral extraction, something like that. There are several headlines. I'll not be reading all those things. Thank you so much.